I woke up to the sound of rain. I check my phone to see how long I've been out, and it seems only an hour and a half. So, I still had 30 minutes before being called down to dinner. I get up to walk over to my balcony and be lost in the scent of this beautiful rainforest. As I'm standing watching all the greenery receive the much-needed precipitation, Percy slips into my mind. I remember playing in the rain with him a year ago. He sent me a mind link asking me to meet him at the door of my parents' house, me being the lovesick puppy that I am went running. I knew it was raining, so I put on my rain boots with the training tights and sports bra I had on. I didn't even think of my attire when he asked to meet me. I was so excited to see him that I lost my train of thought. When I opened the door, he was soaked, but his scent was even more hypnotizing. I could swim in it for all eternity. "Percy, you're soaked," I say, stifling a few giggles. He just looks at me for a moment, as if taking me all in before he pulled me in for a hug, taking in my scent. I was doing the same. "You are so beautiful," he said, pulling away to look at me. "Dance in the rain with me?" he asks, and I laugh. "Are you crazy?" "I'll get soaked," I said, looking at him like he's crazy. "Come on, Sab. It's only rain. Not like you'll catch the flu or something like that," and before I could come up with an excuse, he throws me over his shoulder and runs out into the rain as I scream all sorts of profanities at him. We were happy, laughing and screaming. He finally put me down and I tried to run away, but he grabbed me by the waist and had my back to his chest, spinning me around. I felt tears slip on my face. That pulled me out of my thoughts. I need to get ready for dinner. I only have 15 minutes left. I rush back into my room to freshen up and get dressed. I didn't have time to straighten my hair, so my curls will have to do. After applying some mascara, I decided I looked great enough to face people again. This was my chance to break the bond, which means I can't afford to cry anymore. He made his decision, and I chose to accept it by rejecting him. We usually don't dress up for dinner, but we are at Alpha Deacon's Pack, and this is the way they do it. If I was back at Blue Moon, I'd probably still have my jeans on with sneakers and a Wu-Tang shirt. Don't get me wrong, I love to dress up, but dinner time at Blue Moon was different. Too casual for what I'm wearing now. There was a knock on my door, and I rushed to go open, thinking it was my sister telling me to hurry up. I opened the door without even checking if it was really Josie, but I was sure it was her. "Josie, I'm done. I just need to put on my shoes, and I'll be out, I promise," I said, sitting on my couch to quickly strap these shoes on and head out. Well, I must have lost my game. "I remember before you turned 13 you used to think my scent was intoxicating," a voice I know all too well said. I looked up, that gorgeous smile plastered on his face. He knelt down by me to help put on my shoes while I looked at him in awe. Maximus has grown into this fine man. I couldn't believe it. It had me drifting back to when Josie called him daddy. I shook my head, trying to rid myself of these thoughts, and I smiled back. "Max, you look amazing in a black tux. What happened to the rebel child who wore skinny jeans and a heavy metal shirt to dinner?" I asked, giving him the well-deserved, slow motion, pause and linger, once over. That jacket hugged all the right places. I was, well, shocked. He chuckles, getting up and holding out his hand for mine. I put my small baby-like hand in his gigantic one, helping me stand, and even in my heels, he was a tall-ass giant. "I'm alpha now, Kimberly. I have to be an example to my pack, and besides, how long do you think my father was going to let me humiliate him in front of his pack and guests? I've gotten some serious ass-whoppings in my younger days. I have some major PTSD from those alone." He chuckles and I smile back, but I know how tough Uncle Deacon was with Max. There were times my father had to intervene, and a time Max stayed with my grandfather at Lakeside Manor to get away from his father. I needed to change the topic fast before we were sad again. "The usual after dinner?" I ask. Excitement etched all over my face. "The usual after dinner," he smiles back, pulling me out of my room and walking with me to the dining hall where the entire pack will be. We walk in and everyone stands up to bow as he walks past them. "Once he's walked past you, you can sit." I felt so out of place with him, and the death stares I was given from the young females in his pack were proof that was really out of place. I found my little Josie's face sitting next to Uncle Deacon. My baby sister is so beautiful. She really is. Effortlessly so. She looked absolutely gorgeous in her white dress and curls. Clearly, we both decided to stick with them today. She saw me walking in with Max, and she sent me a wink and a mind link reminding me of our chat earlier during our drive to Max's pack. I roll my eyes and try to look around. Max has me sit next to him on his Luna chair. I was seated on his left, his beta who introduced himself as Damon Richardson to his right. Damon was a very large man. Larger than Max and all muscle. He had tribal tattoos going up his neck, and I'm sure he was also popular with the ladies. To my left is the Gamma, a female Gamma. Her name's Nicole Swanson. She looked like a badass. I'm sure men were scared of her. Goddess, bless her mate, I thought to myself. To Damon's right was the second beta, Tristan Chapman. He was also fairly large, but Damon still takes the cake on that one. He was newly mated to Isabella, the lady sitting to his right who gave me the death glare too. I wonder why. As I am getting well acquainted to Max's betas and Gamma, Albert walks out and clears his throat to get our attention. The hall goes eerily quiet. Good evening, Green Forest Pack. Tonight we welcome guests from Blue Moon Pack, Sabrina and Josie Trent. Beta Christopher's 2 daughters. On this occasion the chef has prepared a new menu. For starters, we will be having creamy tomato and basil soup. Our main will be rare Wagyu steak with steamed veggies, and our dessert, a request from Alpha Deacon, peppermint crisp cake, a favorite of Sabrina and Josie when they were just little kids. We will be enjoying wine from the Cape Lands in South Africa. The D Torrent Fusion 5 will be the chosen wine today, and we will have Crone Night Nectar MCC with our dessert. Do enjoy and have a wonderful evening. Albert bowed in front of the pack and walked out. So, Sabrina, Max keeps telling me you beat him in training when you were kids. I'd love to take you on if you're up for it, Isabella said. This was a direct challenge to me and to Isabella. She thinks Max let me win because he's a gentleman, but I'm more powerful. Max knows that. You'd be wise to stay in your lane, Bella. Sabrina here remains undefeated. Max points out to her, letting her know that I could still beat Max today. She scoffs and shakes her head. My offer still stands, Sabina. If you're up for it, she mispronounces my name on purpose to rile me up. I won't lie. When she said Sabina, my jaw tightened and I had to remind myself she's just jealous, and one of the women swooning over Max. A little disgusting seeing as she has a mate. I look at Max. Do you mind? I asked for permission because it is his pack, and he knows very well what I am capable of, so as a guest I don't want to just jump in without making sure it's okay with the alpha. She challenged you, Kimberly. If you accept, I will not stand in your way. He spoke. I accept your challenge, Isabella. Loser submits? I know this pack fights to the death, but I would not want to kill someone's mate. I say, looking at her with determination in my eyes. Yes. This is a friendly challenge. I will not have anyone killed. You understand, ladies? Max asks, looking between me and Bella. That's no fun, but you are the alpha. Tomorrow 6 a.m. sharp. She looks at me waiting for a response. There is no way I am waking up that early to deal with a brat crying over a stolen toy. Max was going to explain this to me later. No. Tonight after dinner. That is the only time I will allow it. I am a guest here, and I will enjoy the luxuries that comes with it. Staying on Max's floor means I will not be disturbed, and I plan on sleeping in. My wolf is on edge. Waking her up before sunrise is a death wish. I say, searching her face for any reaction. She looked mortified when I said I'm sleeping on the same floor as Max, though. This is suspicious. Okay, Sabina. Tonight, it is, she says dryly, like she couldn't care to get my name right. I just smile at her and continue eating. Please download Novels Ago and search the code in the upper left corner to continue reading.